Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out XLM, and from this area we expected kind of a stronger move on the upside, but unfortunately we didn't even get that. And I believe I specifically said back in the previous video, what we do not want to see is from these areas or maybe a bit higher, a strong move down in order to take this important low, because that is going to confirm that unfortunately in here we are having an ABC zigzag, and unfortunately that bearish can't happen. Now, what is happening starting from this side? Here is why I do think our move down in the short term might continue a little bit more. In my opinion, probably starting from this point, we are having like a one correction for wave 2, another move down into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the downside into wave 5, and on a higher degree, this might be, yes, into a wave 3, correction for 4, another move down into wave 5, and even this one on a higher degree might be into a wave 3, correction for 4, and even another move on the downside, unfortunately, into our wave 5. Now, does this mean that our move down is going to be like quite deep and we're going to have maybe like a 40-50% move on the downside? Well, you see, there is no certainty in any market. We cannot really say anything for sure, but I'm not really going to bet on that scenario. I'm going to say the majority of the move down in XLM has already happened. And from here, we are probably and hopefully going to just see some more chopping around. But on net, we are going to have a move down nonetheless. Now, when we get to around these areas, I do not want to say this is going to be a long opportunity. Why? Because if you want to argue that we're going to have our final low around here, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, off of the lowest low, you need to see first a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up in order for you to talk bullish with like just a bit more confidence. But in XLM, if we do get a move down, okay, as long as we are not having that 5 wave on the upside, I really do not believe that we should call these points our final low. No, I think we should just be patient and careful and wait for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to, this is kind of the key, especially take this important high about, let's say, the 30 cents area, because that is going to be a very important confirmation that we are having in here indeed an ABC zigzag, and this whole move down starting from the highest side about 33.5 to all the way down here is corrective, suggesting our move up, our uptrend from the lowest low about 20 cents is going to continue, and hopefully the final low is already in. And right now, at least, we are actually on track to have a correction structure. Why? Because in my opinion, this is quite a slow and choppy move on the downside. You see, this move up from here to about this point happened in only about 280 candlesticks on 30-minute time frame. On the other hand, the current move down is taking us about, let's say, 800 candlesticks. So this means despite having way more than enough time, it seems like in the current phase, bears are kind of failing to pull the price all the way back down to these levels, and maybe bulls do still have quite some power. And again, that doesn't mean right away we should be 100% optimistic. No, let's wait for some more important signs, preferably a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at that point, okay, fair enough, maybe this is going to be our final low. But before we do that, it seems like we may have some more downward price action to go in the short term. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XLM's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.